and tags, and welcome. This is Ash from Heal My Tech. And if you're new on this channel, my name is Ash, and on this channel I want to help you improve your relationship with technology. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find that subscribe button, and when you click on it and you click that bell icon, magical things are gonna happen. Things like getting early notifications of my uploads and maybe going from newbie to techie. So do that now. And welcome everyone to this live troubleshoot that we usually have on Thursdays, but we could not do it yesterday, so we're doing it today instead. And as usual, if you would be so very kind to let me know in the chat, in the comments, whether you can hear me, because there's nothing worse than talking to oneself. And I should know, I was a psychiatric nurse for 10 years in the NHS. It's not always bad. So please, at least one person, can you hear me correctly? And then I shall address you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, someone. It shouldn't take that long. Yeah. Anyone? Hello? What did I do? I just messed up right now. Hello? Can someone hear me? Write down in the comments that yes, we can hear you. Come on. Hi. Okay, I'm going to say hello to some of you. And please, someone, tell me if you can hear me. So, welcome Zulu67, good to see you here. Welcome Modify X Rework, nice name, man. Toxic Fire, hello. Bob the Hopper of Wicked, I'd like to see you hop, man. What's your record, yeah? Okay, sound fine. Thank you very much, Bob the Hopper. Thank you so much. Okay. So today, how this normally goes, I did ask you guys on the community post if you wanted me to stop this live troubleshoot series and move to something else, but you voted. The majority said just continue it, finish it. There's 8 more episodes to go, and then we can move to a different topic. Okay, now today is about the troubleshoot of a motherboard. So I normally do a shorter version of the previous upload, but this one, it was shot in one take. There was a reason for this, because I wanted to show without being accused of, lying and cheating, because, the internet, no one believes you, even when you give them evidence. So what I'm going to do is just play back some of it, and I'm going to talk over it and explain to you what you should do in terms of a motherboard troubleshooting. Hi, Ashraf Agil, and hello, welcome, Krishna Kapse. Right, Krishna, I believe you probably are speaking Urdu or Hindi. Now, I know I look Asian and I know a little bit of Urdu, but I cannot speak it. So, alright. So, you distro hop. Good one, distro hop. Oh, come on, man. Well, okay, don't just distro hop. I mean, keep your distro hop, but do some proper hopping. You know what I'm saying? Would love to see you both. Okay, Bob the Hopper. Go check him out. He distro hops. Okay. So let's play back the video, but I won't play the sound, and then explain to you why, and we'll go through some of the troubleshoot. But before we do this, I have some exciting freaking announcements to make to you. If you don't know, yesterday I uploaded a video, and I will play it back shortly, because it's got to do with that, and it's got to do what's to come. I'm looking for it here because I've got 3 monitors. It's not very simple. All right, here it is, and listen up. Yesterday, I posted up a community post on YouTube and also on stories to say that I've got at least 16 laptops to give away for free to one of you. Now, here's what you do to get them. In the comments below, just leave a comment as to why you want the laptops, what you would possibly do with them, and what I'm going to do after a while. Probably give it about a couple of weeks. We'll see, at least before I move from this place. If I'm moving, we'll pick a random comment and we'll try to get in touch with the person if it's you. But make sure you are a subscriber, and I would really appreciate if you share this video to someone, because I would rather someone doesn't end up putting these in a landfill. I forgot to mention that you should be able to come and pick everything up in one go. I will give you a hand to put them in your van, truck or car, whatever it is, and you should not be leaving anything behind. You can't pick and choose, but if you insist that I send you the stuff, I do not have the funds to do this, unfortunately. But if you're willing to send the funds over, then we'll pack them up, and including the postage and packaging, and ship them out to you. Preferably it should be in UK, but if you're sending money from abroad, obviously we'll do our best to do that. But whatever happens afterwards in terms of customs, that's your responsibility. So make sure you understand these terms, please. Okay, so I hope you got that. You can go watch yesterday's video if you missed it. It's basically me giving out at least 16 laptops. Don't get too excited. Watch the video there. If you want them, you need to leave a comment under the video section. And one thing I need to clarify, and I'm gonna probably add an addendum to the pinned comment from yesterday's video. I did mention that I can't really post it to anyone because we haven't got the funding, but I have an idea how to get the funding because it's to do with yesterday's video, and moving on is to do with all of you subscribers because I am gonna have a lot of surprises for you, good stuff. Promise you, hopefully, just with your help, of course. Now, in terms of the postage, if you guys can help out in live sessions, for example, you can give super chats. I'm going to use the funds from super chats to be able to post and package anything that I give away from this channel from now on to you, to anywhere in the world if you're a winner. And I can tell you one thing, because I'm trying, maybe I might need to leave this place. I've got quite a lot of tech stuff. We're starting out with yesterday's minimum 16 laptops. Okay, some need repair, but I've got plenty of other tech stuff which do not need repair, which are fully functional, which sometimes I get from companies to review. Sometimes they've just been with me for a while and I could potentially sell them, but I want to give them back to you, my subscribers. Okay, you have to be subscribed. You have to help me out in terms of promoting the channel, promoting the videos, engaging with us. And if you consider that we are a community, then you would think about contributing to the channel. In a few, probably a couple of videos, I will start putting a donation link as well, because I want to show you that I want to give back to you. Now, I've been teaching you guys how to do tech for the past 5 years, and a lot of you have benefited from the tips and have saved money and have learned a skill. So it's time that you help out as well. But it is not me trying to be greedy. I genuinely want to give back the tech stuff. Okay, so stay tuned. There are going to be some surprises from next week and moving onwards throughout this year. I'm hoping it works out, and I want to increase my subscribers this way and the view duration. So I will give you some kind of tips of how to help out so you can also benefit back. But if you're ready for me to start giving you a lot of free giveaway tech stuff which actually work, write down in the comments right now, free giveaway, and so that I know you're on board and you want to help out. And please consider giving super chats. Okay, thank you. So having said that, let me just have a quick look at the comments. What's happening here now? Ashraf Agil, hey Ash, how to fix mother no display? How to fix mother no display? I don't think I can fix mother. That is quite difficult. In fact, I would say almost damn impossible. So get back to me on that one. Okay. I get FPS drops. My specs are RTX 2060 Super Ryzen 5 3600 16GB RAM. Please help. Mal 3K XD. All right. Guys, those of you who know how we normally deal with tech questions, can you please help with answering some of these questions, even if it is to advise how to ask questions? All right, we'll come to these questions later. Is an Intel Core i5 3450 with a GTX 1050 with 8GB DDR3 RAM good? Is it good? Yes, it's good. But again, good for what though? It's good for a lot of things, and it's bad for other stuff. Be more specific. Bob the Hopper at almost 72, which will be on the 4th of March. My leg hopping days are over, Ash. Oh my God, you're 72, Bob the Hopper. Oh man. Oh, hats off to you, bro. Sir, I feel honored being in the presence of someone your age with all this maturity and experience. Welcome to the channel, and I'm so honored that you're here. Well, if you can't hop with your legs, I mean, I'm sure you can hop with other stuff. I know you're doing distro hopping, but brilliant. And guess what? 4th of March, you and I, we have almost similar birthday. I'm the 3rd. Now I'm saying, but I don't remember how old I am. I think I'm gonna be 43 this month, this year. So, all right. Can the computer guy is wearing glasses? Are you making fun of me, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, can I have a quick feedback from you guys. What do you think if this channel starts to give regular giveaways, but only to our subscribers? Yeah, we're not that good with the non-subscribers. We don't need them, do we? We need subscribers. What do you think? But not just stuff that needs to be repaired, actual stuff that work. And a big surprise coming in 1, 2, and 3 weeks, hopefully. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. It's gonna be awesome, hopefully. All right, but you need to help me out. Okay, let's move to the troubleshoot video. Where is my troubleshoot video? Yes, 3. You know what? When you have 3 screens, it's a nightmare to navigate. What did I do with it? Motherboard, not this one. Oh, Krasnots. Did I not have it earlier? I'm going to look for it here. Media, open, recent, convert, playback. Right, give me one tick, guys. Okay, one thing I'm going to tell you before we start. When I did the series, I started with the case and then power supply. No, yes, I started case, power supply, and then I moved to motherboard. In retrospective, it is not the correct way to do troubleshoot because the motherboard is quite difficult to get to. So I should have done something like maybe RAM and then processor, maybe graphics card, then motherboard last for post stuff. Okay?
So today we take a look at.
So don't do that mistake. In the future, what I'm going to do, I'm going to redo the series, and the motherboard is an important thing to troubleshoot, but in terms of accessibility and ease, it should be the last thing you want to get your hands on, because like you know, if there's any problem, you should be breadboarding the whole thing, meaning removing it from the case if you've eliminated other problems like the RAM, graphics card, cable connection, power supply, yada yada yada. Okay. So in this video, as you can see on your screen, what I did, I left it in one shot, and we had 2 systems you can see on the video. The one that's connected right now, the middle one on top of the EVGA 430W, was the working motherboard with the components. So what we did is we plugged in everything, we connected, and we posted, and we got a successful post on the screen. There was no hard drives in there. Afterwards, what I did, I swapped everything from that motherboard. Okay, as you can see, I'm just working on it, and I swapped to this other motherboard, the blue one, right? So basically, we kept every other component constant, the same variable, and the only difference was the motherboard. So we swapped the processor, the RAM, even the cooler. I think we did use the same cooler. We kept the same monitor, same power supply, the same cable to turn the computer on. I kept everything as the same. In that case, because this motherboard was a dead motherboard, we waited for a post live uncut video, and no post was ever given because it's a dead motherboard. And what I mentioned in there was that when you do this test, never make assumptions. On, I think, one of the motherboards, the second one, there was no LED lights. Some motherboards do not have LED lights, especially the lower end models. Okay, so which means you can't really tell by LED lights. And I also mentioned in there that you may see evidence of power. For example, your power supply fan will be turning on. If there are graphics card on the motherboard, that might be turning on. If there are some other fans or maybe even other LED lights, they may turn on. However, it doesn't mean that the motherboard is working correctly. It just means that those components on the motherboard, which needs the voltage, it could be 3.3 volts, whatever, is getting some voltage, but there is a component, it could be the IC chip on the motherboard, which is dead, or the whole motherboard is completely dead. So don't make assumptions. And I also said that if you do a swap of parts, you should keep everything the same, otherwise you would skew your results. And then after you confirm or you suspect that the motherboard isn't working, you should revert back to the original motherboard just to make sure that one of your components did not die in the transfer. I hope that makes sense. If you guys understand, let me know. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of it. Now, obviously, I will redo this video. I will make it shorter. I will re-upload it again. There is one kind of test you can do, which some people do. Okay, and that, again, in the video we mentioned, it is you get what's called a motherboard tester. It usually comes in the form of a little PCI card, and it has a little LCD display. You plug it on one of the PCI slots, and it should give you some codes to signify that the motherboard has specific XYZ fault. Now, I generally do not use them because when I've done my research and I've asked some professionals, they've said that these gadgets are not really reliable for a proper diagnostics. Okay, I mean, it can give you some diagnostics or it can also fail. Some of them, they also come with terrible manual, sometimes not written in English, and it's hard to operate them. So all in all, not great. The best way to properly professionally diagnose a motherboard is to use a multimeter, and you get the schematics for the motherboard, and then you're going to be measuring, you know, continuity and voltage tests and the lot. And that, my dear people, it is not something for the general public. I don't even want to learn or continue to learn to do this because it is far too time consuming, and in the end most of the motherboards I end up with, usually they're not worth it. Okay, if you want to learn about motherboard repair, Louis Rossmann is your guy. He does a lot of Mac repair and other high-end board repairs. There's a few other channels that do specifically, you know, voltage measuring for motherboards. Do that. I don't want to do this. I thought for a while I would want to learn, but it is not worth for me. Someday if I want to get a job in this field, I would have to, but for you, most of you are gamers, you're not professional electronics experts or engineers, so you're not going to want to waste time. It's not worth it. It costs far less money to find out your motherboard is dead and just replace it, which is why the number one advice I can give you when it comes to motherboard, if you're buying a motherboard or a computer, as much as possible, please buy a brand new motherboard. Buy from a reputable seller with very good warranty and return policy, and that's that. That's my best advice. Don't try your best not to buy used motherboard. If you do buy used motherboard, it is very difficult to troubleshoot. You can even check voltage, you know, just like we did on the PSU, just under the motherboard, the 24-pin motherboard. But I will only tell you that there is voltage coming to that point, not whether there's voltage going to all your other components. So it's quite difficult. Okay, let's have a look at some of the questions for today right now. Ken the Computer Guy, no, I love this channel, just salute to fellow nodes. Salute to you, Ken the Computer Guy. Bob the Hopper, I use my PC for every use. I don't game or do any office work. So what's a good motherboard for me, AMD or Intel? Bob the Hopper, to be fair, both AMD and Intel, they do good boards. But if you're a budget concern, I would go with AMD. Plus, AMD has a much longer support pathway in terms of upgrading, especially on the AM4 platform. I'm not sure whether you're looking for the current platform or previous ones, but AMD is the much better budget options. Okay, but if you get an Intel on a good deal, it's fine. But personally, I prefer AMD for many reasons, because you know, can't afford it neither. All right. CPU. What do you mean? Sorry, you meant CPU. What did you talk about CPU? Bob the Hopper, could you just clarify? I can't see what you said about CPU. And while you do this, in the meantime, I'm gonna hop over to the actual video from YouTube, and we are going to be checking some of the questions that people have asked on that video. And if I haven't answered you, I'm going to answer you today, and also I'm going to write to you as well. All right, where's me water? Okay, so first question from UBVG. Why does that Intel cooler look like a Wraith Spire from AMD? Okay, that wasn't a standard cooler from Intel. It was an aftermarket cooler, but a cheap one. It cost me like £3 or £4 that I bought a long time ago from eBuyer. That's why it looks a bit weird. It's not a normal Intel cooler. In fact, guys, I hate the Intel stock coolers with a push pin. These things are evil, I tell you, they break. And I did one video on the channel how I kind of did a little DIY because I don't want to use them, and I got a back plate and I used some, I think it was a silicone, with silicone or plastic, whatever it was, pins to do something different because I hate the stock push pin. We should boycott that. No one should ever use this. This is horrible, horrible. Okay, next question. It's not a question from Ashutosh Daka. Honestly, the most informative explanations. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you so much. But Lori, I think a dead motherboard won't allow the power to go through it to the other components. So if it was really dead, the fans won't spin and nothing will turn on. Okay, but Lori, fair point. But like I mentioned, on a motherboard, right, you have more than one rail for the voltage, because even from your power supply, you've got 3.3 volt, 5 volt, 12 volt. Even there, you have plus and minus. So various components on the motherboard will draw various type of voltage. Now sometimes it may be sufficient for, let's say, to power on an LED, which takes very little voltage, or a fan, but it's not sufficient enough to initialize the processor and the graphics card, for example. Maybe the initial graphics card, but not fully. So you are not entirely wrong, but it's not a completely dead motherboard. It's just the main power, like the IC chip for the power IC, probably is dead, or something else is dead, not the entire thing. But you're right, if it is completely dead, it will not let any voltage through. Okay, but in our case, it wasn't completely dead. It was something on the motherboard, but for that low-end motherboard, not worth for me to try and troubleshoot to repair. Not like I would know how to do it anyway. I am not an electronics engineer. Okay. So next question. I only have a case motherboard. This is from Evoid223 and power supply, and my PC won't turn on. And I've tried another power supply and tried to jump the PC and won't turn on. Help. Case motherboard and power supply. Okay. Well, Evoid223. See, this is not a very complete question. If you only have a case motherboard and power supply and your PC won't turn on, and the only thing you've tried is another power supply and try to jump the PC, then again, this is not telling us the full story. We still don't know what, possibly could go wrong with there. With these kind of things, this is why we've done this series. If you do not eliminate one at a time, there is no telling. I can't tell you what to do. You have to follow the procedure. Sometimes, guys, I'm reminding you, okay? I know it's tempting because we have YouTube, and you think when you go on YouTube, you have to find a solution and find it easily. You and I both know, even when you go to YouTube or to wherever you're trying to find a solution, it is not very simple, because the same symptom can have many causes. So you have to use a bit of logic as well, and a lot of research. I put this series together because of the frequently asked questions, and I could see that people were asking questions but yet not doing the groundwork, which is why I created the series in order. I explain about the power on turning process. I explain how you should be checking from the power, then moving on to to the power supply, the motherboard, etc., and test. And you have to test. So I don't know what to tell you. If you don't test, you can't do it. And if you don't want to bring it to a technician to test and pay the money, which again you may not be able to, which is fair enough, but at the same time, guys, be realistic. You can't expect a solution like that. It's not going to happen, especially not online, just with an incomplete sentence. Okay, so I'm sorry I can't help you further, but we can find a solution to do these online. You'll have to do a series of elimination, and then it will take some time. So if you're willing to pay me for like an hour of troubleshooting, maybe I can help you, but just one liner, it's not going to happen. Okay, go to Ash visitors. Okay, so Bob the Hopper, I need to get another keyboard such as AMD Ryzen series. I'm thinking Ryzen 5 2600 keyboard, AMD Ryzen series. You mean you needed a keyboard plus an AMD Ryzen series, Bob the Hopper? Ryzen 5 2600, really good CPU, bang for the buck. Obviously the 5 3600 is more recent, but then again there will always be a more recent one. This year we're expecting the 4000 series, And on the laptop side, AMD has announced quite a lot of exciting stuff for us, because they said that, you know, the last 3 years was the desktop era. This year from AMD is going to be laptop era. I'm really curious, you know, I'm hopeful. I want to see what's happening. A PSG, assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. By the way, guys, if you don't know what that means, it's a greeting in Arabic. It's a Muslim greeting. It just means may God's peace and blessings be upon you. Okay, don't freak out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Ozan Kaya says, clear language, detailed explanation, keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I'm glad you find that I have clear language. I do have problems with my accent. It gets a bit funny, and I'm not the best, you know, natural speaker in the world. But, you know, we try to improve, hopefully. I should take some lessons. Or maybe we'll try an English accent. I don't have one. I can't even do it. I'm sorry. I'm not thinking the Mickey. Yeah, just I can't do it. Okay. Jetella 303. What a smart man. You're awesome. Oh, that's so kind of you. Let me give you a heart. And you're like, I mean, don't pump me up too much, man. I gotta keep some sort of what's that called? What's that word when you're what's that word? Not arrogance. The other way. The opposite. Humility. Yeah, I gotta keep some sort of humility. Don't pump me like that. I might just stop this and go to, you know, Britain Got Talent or something. Oh, bless. Okay. Gigan rocks. Jiren, guys, can't you just say Sam or Paul or Ahmed? So easy. I can't pronounce these, man. Okay. Gairen rocks. This helps me a lot, although I end up replacing my motherboard because it's dead, just like my technician said. Okay, well, it's probably for the better because it saves you time and energy and money. By the way, you know, I just talked about this little PCI slot for testing motherboard. I'm gonna buy one. And next week or at some point, I'm gonna test it on a couple of motherboards we have to see whether they actually work or not. We might get lucky, and it would be a definitive decision whether we should not be bothered with this stuff. And if it's not working, it's from Amazon. We'll return it. What do you think? Should I buy the motherboard tester and then we'll do some tests? Yeah. What do you think? And if you've got motherboards, okay, I tell you what, if you've got the motherboards that you need testing, I'll buy the motherboard tester, you send them over to me, we'll do some tests, and then we'll make a video, and then everyone is happy. You're welcome. All right. Next question. Please, from Hassan Ali Raz, please show how to check each components with multimeter so that we can find where is the actual problem in a dead motherboard. Hassan Ali Raz, you want Louis Rossmann for this, and you want this other guys. I think his name is Electronic Repair School. I will try to put links for them. I do not do voltage checks on motherboard. It's not my remit. My audience isn't about that, and I'm not going to start showing. And plus, I've explained in the series, we're not going to be doing this. This is more finding the component which is faulty and replacing. And I mentioned it is far more cost effective for most of my audience. So I have to do what my audience needs. Okay. Mohammed Mayez Rahman, I really hope this channel blows up. The detail is amazing. Thank you so much, Mohammed Mayez Rahman. I hope you will be with us on this journey. And yes, we want to increase, and hopefully with your help, we will. Next question from the comments. I wish I saw your video way before I bought a new monitor and new RAM. Okay. This video was about motherboard, but great job. You taught me stuff that I never knew. You mean I taught you stuff? Much support. Right. Much love, bruv. I will give you a like and a heart. Okie dokie. I will give this one a heart as well. And a like. See? Right. Yasser Ahmed, thank you for your respect. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop reading the compliments because, you know, although it's good for my own self-confidence, it's not good for you because you need to learn something. So let's drop down to actual questions. From High Ranvi Gamer, when I connect monitor cable, CPU gets off. Oh, tell it to get a room if it's getting off. I'm so sorry. I should not have said that. Okay, no. Okay. when you connect monitor, cable, CPU gets off. Look, it's disconnecting. Right. Again, guys, you know how to answer this question, yes or no? He hasn't told us anything, has he? What has he done? You gotta check stuff, man. If it comes off, it could be your cable, it could be your monitor, it could be, and we'll do the monitor on part number 8. All right, and we've done it already. Go and watch it there. So I can't help you here. Do the test. Make sure it's not your cable or your monitor. All right. You didn't even say if you have a post or not. Okay. Hacker TV on the comment here. I think my motherboard is broken. I upgraded CPU and switches on, but does not display anything on the screen. Okay, Hacker TV. Listen, I had a 16-year-old guy recently on the channel about 2-3 months ago. He upgraded his CPU and he thought he did something wrong. The video is on the channel somewhere. It's called, I think, do you make this mistake when you upgrade? Something like that. What he did wrong was he assumed that the CPU does actually work with that motherboard. He did not check the motherboard and the CPU support list. So what you should be doing first and foremost, are you 100% sure that your motherboard actually supports that processor? So you need to check that. And then you would need to check if that's okay, as it does support it. Is your processor new? Does it have warranty? Can you test that? And then why do you think your motherboard is broken? What happens if you put the previous CPU or another CPU which actually is compatible? You need to be doing those tests first. Don't make conclusions yet. Okay? Mohammed Mayez Rahman, you seem to be laughing. I don't know at what, but maybe it's a joke. Let me know if it is, in which case I'll join you. Zoheb, assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, next question on the video. Paul Roll Rodriguez, thanks for the demand. I was moving around the power and reset plus minus pins to turn on the PC, but I forgot to unplug the computer. Now my PC is dead. Question, do you think I can affect the CPU as well? It can be dead as well. I really hope. Thanks for your video and time. So you moved around the power and reset pins. Okay, so you're talking about the front panel connector on the motherboard. You switched them and you forgot to unplug the power. Okay, is your PC dead? Okay, it is unlikely that just because you've swapped the power and reset control, front panel control, that it will kill your PC. Unlikely, not impossible, but you know, very tinily improbable. You can always have a power surge from anything and it can always destroy your computer, but for what you've done, unlikely. What could have happened is you had a static buildup of electricity, okay, on your system, and usually if you did what's called a hard reset or a static discharge, which means you plug everything that needs to be plugged and then disconnect certain stuff, keep your computer off, press and hold the power button for at least 30 seconds, you discharge the static electricity and you plug back the cables in the correct order. That should in theory resolve your problem if your motherboard is not dead, and I'm hoping it's not dead. So try that, but like I said, with electronics, you know, there's always a chance of destroying something, but your chance is very minimal. Please get back to me. I will try to reply you soon. Okay. All right, we'll take questions on live in a minute. Said Rahman, bro, my PC keeps restarting again and again when I try to play games or install anything on it. I replaced my graphics card, also tested the RAM sticks using memtest86. All right, but still the problem exists. Is there a problem with my motherboard? How can I check? Please reply. My motherboard is Gigabyte Z97X Gaming 3 series. All right, so you mentioned that it's restarting and again when you try to play games or install anything on it, right? Okay, so when you're under load, it looks like it's restarting. So you've changed your graphics card, you've tested the RAM, and it's a problem still exists. I have a feeling you have the same problem I had with my computer, which is on the channel. It's called Finally Solved PC Restarting. And after 3 weeks of me troubleshooting, and I did some wrong troubleshoot, it turned out it was my power supply that was delivering the wrong voltage, because it was doing exactly the same thing, kept restarting. I did a lot of benchmarking, which again we keep reinforcing on the series. You should never skip a proper test. Do the test, do them in order. If it's a power related issue, start with power supply and do not do an incomplete test. This is a message first and foremost to myself, because I did that mistake, although I should know better because I'm teaching you this, guys. So Said Rahman, if I was in your shoes, I would check the power supply thoroughly, 2 times, 3 times if I have to. I'm guessing that's your problem, but make sure you do a few more benchmarks to come to a conclusion and get back to me, okay? Heisenberg, you deserve many more subs and views for being simple and technical. Oh, thank you so much. Please help me out. Send these videos. We will do a lot more. After I get rid of all my stuff, I'm going to go hard on the gaming computer aspect, and a lot more troubleshooting. We're going to make sure all of you become like super technician, yeah? So keep up the support. Paul C. Hinis, I just made a PC and my PC won't turn on. Please help me. Paul C. Hinis, here's what you do. Go to introduction part of this series, watch it, and then listen to every suggestion and advice that we've given both myself and the audience, because you have not given us anything to work with. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to stop being a little bit harsh now, because it is impossible to help someone who doesn't want to help us to help them. Help me help you, help me help you. If you know Scrubs, Dr. Cox from Scrubs, one of my favorite characters. I wish, he could be here joining me in this live stream to answer these questions. Or Dr. House, for that matter, from House, the other doctor. These doctors, man, amazing. Okay. Heartbreak Hunter, even CMOS error can cause the same, I guess. Heartbreak Hunter, a CMOS error will not really cause your motherboard to be dead or not turning on. Most of the time, the CMOS is located in your CMOS battery, which is a watch battery, and if it's on the way out, what it will do is not retain information, so it will keep resetting back to default or asking you to reset back to default. And this fix is simple, just change the battery and that should solve the problem. There is an exception. The CMOS battery usually is encased in a little, a case, and sometimes the pins of that case can become defective and it doesn't have enough contact with the motherboard, because I have 2 computers with that problem, and it doesn't bother me because I only use it rarely. Every time I turn it on, the CMOS keeps resetting and I have to just log on and log off again. But I use it like once every 2 months, so I'm not bothered, but I'm not going to be repairing that. But no, a CMOS error should not cause your motherboard not to turn on or your whole computer not to turn on. It will just give you a wrong CMOS setting mostly, okay? Right, next question from Max Watts. Hi, thanks for the great video. My games are constantly crashing after 5 to 10 minutes. Could it be a motherboard? I've checked temperature updates, graphics card, memory test, any others, what could be? Thanks in advance. Again, same issue. You haven't checked your power supply. If it keeps crashing, you're doing benchmarking, check your power supply first. Watch the video on Finally Resolve PC that keeps restarting. I will put link up there. It's on the channel, okay? Watch that. Let's take some live questions. APSG, what causes CPU? Oh, sorry, someone before. Hacker TV, yes, it's LGA 1155. Hacker TV. All right, Hacker TV. Okay, you've told us your socket, which is LGA 1155. Fantastic. What you haven't mentioned is what happens when you put back your previous processor, or you put a different processor without this upgraded one. You haven't told us. Does it still do the same thing? Because if it does, then yeah, probably your motherboard is dead. If it's not, it's probably a compatibility issue. Okay. APSG, what causes CPU beeping continuously, no signal to monitor? Is that RAM already bad? APSG, you're not telling me. Is this with post or without post? Could you please confirm? Zohaib, what's better, the Sapphire 570 dual fan or Sapphire 570 ITX? I am not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure you're talking about performance wise. I think the dual fan is slightly better, but the chipset doesn't matter because it's the same 570, isn't it? I'm not sure, guys. If someone has this information, please tell Zohaib because I don't know for sure and I don't want to mislead you. Yeah. Sir, I told you about my problem, Villa Yuhaki. Villa Yuhaki, did you tell me about your problem in this live chat or was it on the video? After cleaning up my computer now from graphics card, no signal to the monitor, and from the CPU I get signals. Villa Yuhaki, I get so many questions so often I cannot remember them all. What do you mean you've told me your problem? So you say you clean your computer from graphics card, no signal to the monitor, and from the CPU I get signal. Not clear. You're getting no signal from your graphics card to the monitor, but from the CPU. What do you mean from the CPU? The CPU mean the processor, or you mean when you plug it on your motherboard? Villa Yuhaki, could you please clarify? It seems to me like you're saying to me when you're plugging your video cable into your graphics card to the monitor, you're not getting any signal. But when plugging your video cable to the onboard motherboard video port, then you get a signal. Is that correct? Okay, get back to me, please. Yeah. Okay. How long have we been talking now? 1 hour 12 minutes. All right. Okay. Jesse Archie says, what does it mean when you boot up your PC and the GPU fan start then just stop? All right. We've addressed this before. Jesse, you should go back and watch part 1, which is to do with the case of the Troubleshoot series. What it means is that there is something possibly preventing your motherboard to initialize the BIOS. There could be a voltage issue from your power supply. There could be a loose screw in your case preventing, and that's creating a contact. Okay, there could be various issues. So please go and watch part 1, and you have to do some troubleshooting, including possibly removing your motherboard and replugging one thing at a time. There's many reasons. Okay, do that and come back to us. Zohaib says should do a Dell Optiplex gaming build. I think I have a couple of Dell Optiplex. I'm not sure what processors are in there, but yeah, that's in the plan. We could do that, not a problem. Okay, go back to the question here. Direct Systems says, hi, I want to learn how to repair computer motherboards and plan to start a computer repair shop. Is there any what? Computer repair shop or how to repair computer motherboards? Are you asking about electronic repair? I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to learn electronic repair, the only way available nowadays is if you go to do a degree in electronics engineering. You're gonna have to learn a lot of things, and then afterwards find a job in a in a specialized hardware manufacturer, because most places they don't take and they don't teach anymore, because all the boards are being double printed, and it's all electronically done, automatically done with machines, so it's quite hard. Plus it's very niche. I would say even the manufacturers themselves nowadays, they are asking people who are electronics engineer, they are not interested in repairing boards. They will only replace boards. It is a dying industry. Don't take my word for it. You can go and find out. I have been in contact with a lot of electronics engineer in the past few years. That's what they've told me, because I also wanted to learn. They have discouraged me to do this, and now I can see the reasons why. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying it's very niche. You need to be very savvy if you want to go in that field. I wouldn't advise unless it's a real passion from you. But the best advice, if you don't want to spend money and time, is to get yourself some electronics gear from online, follow some courses online, or pay to go some courses and breadboard and solder, desolder, learn to do it yourself, and that takes a long time. But it's not a career which people want to go into anymore. All right. Okay, Mohammed Mayez Rahman, is an upgrade to Gigabyte B450MD S3H from a Lenovo 0385CJ1 good idea? I was planning to upgrade my motherboard. So Mohammed Mayez, if you're doing a motherboard upgrade, what performance increase are you getting, or what feature are you going to get with that new motherboard that would justify the money? Because you can upgrade anything you want. The question always remains is it worth the upgrade in terms of money? Is it money well spent? Upgrading is a personal choice. Now, if you're upgrading and that would result in increase in your FPS, and again, not just like 1% increase, but something significant, whatever it's significant for you, maybe it could be 15%, 20%, whatever it is, that would be considered an upgrade. But if you're upgrading a motherboard, which usually motherboard upgrades does not mean increase in performance, unless you're upgrading from a non over what's that called when you overclock, when you upgrading a motherboard that doesn't really overclock to a Z series that can overclock a high motherboard, and then you want to squeeze juice out of your processor and your RAM and your graphics card, then yes, it might be worth upgrading. Even then, it depends on the money. Sometimes it might be worth to just sell that system and get yourself another system. Okay, because with the hassle of swapping parts from a motherboard and the component swap in the process, you can damage something. There's a lot of troubleshooting involved, time, money, energy. You got to really weigh everything. Generally, a motherboard upgrade is a terrible idea for an upgrade. There are far many more components that you could be putting your money in to gain more performance. If you're thinking about aesthetics, fair enough. If that pleases you, I will never ever spend money just because of aesthetics to get RGB and stuff. That's up to you. So it's not really advisable, but you have to decide and tell me what performance increase or advantage are you getting with a motherboard upgrade. Zoheb says, Villa, your graphics card could be dead. He's right, Villa. Possibly, Okay, so you've checked your graphics card in different computer and runs smoothly. Okay, Villa. Okay, Villa. Right. So from what you're saying, okay, Villa Yuhaki, do you live in UK and are you in London, and can you get this system to me? I would love to troubleshoot this. Guys, I've been asking you, please, if you want me to help you troubleshoot something, I would welcome you to my place here, and we will do the troubleshoot together, and we will do a video together. If you can't come to my place, get in touch with me. I can live connect with you through something like Google Hangout or Skype or whatever, and I will help you troubleshoot. I really want to do this, and we could turn it into a series. So I'm quite interested to do that. If you know how to do this in an efficient way, logistically, get in touch with me. Okay. All right, guys. Just to let you know, I'm only going to be about maybe some 10 extra minutes, give or take, because I can't speak for long. Oh, you're in Bangladesh. So no, you can't get that computer to me. All right. If you're in Bangladesh, Villa, you can have my details from the platform. Get in touch with me. And if you can send me a short video of exactly what's happening, I would love to help you troubleshoot. Guys, again, I'm repeating to any of you who's listening. If you want me to help you troubleshoot and you've tried to follow the series, it's not working out, I will gladly do a live session with you. We can pre-record it and then turn it into a video. Yeah, so consider that. Hopefully we'll turn that into a new series. Okay, so Mohammed Mayez Rahman says right now your motherboard has only X8 PCIe slot. The upgrade board has X16. Okay, fair enough. But you also need to make sure that my phone is ringing. Should I answer? Should we put them live on? Let's answer. Come on, let's find out who it is. 1 second. Hello, this is Ash from My Tech. Just to tell you, I'm actually in a live YouTube stream session right now. So if you want to talk to me, you're more than welcome. But it's going to be picked on live, and my viewers will hear you. So do you want to go for it?
No, brother, later.
Okay, no problem. See you later.
Apologies.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Someday I would love for one of you to call me, and we'll get a live session going on. Okay. Did we scare him off? I'm sorry, brother, if you're watching, whoever you just called me. Sorry to have scared you off. I'm an open book sometimes. I want to invite people in. Okay. Man with the memes. Who? What memes? What's a meme? I don't know what you're talking about. The whole world is watching you. Not the whole world. Right now, there's only, I think, probably 13. That says concurrent viewers. But I'm not sure exactly how much. But probably, yeah. If you share this to the whole world, probably they will watch me. Okay. I'll call the guy up later, and then we'll invite him over. All right, guys. Enough with the troubleshoot stuff. Let's have a little chat. Let's do something fun. I'm gonna drink some water. Villa Yuhaki, assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Gaming nerd. Hello. Okay. Okay, boomer. That boomer thing, man. So silly meme. Safwan actor. Alright, good news. So, number one, if you guys are ready for some fantastic tech giveaways, not just repair stuff, please, number one, make sure you subscribed. Number two, please help me to share these videos, this channel. Let the word out. We want to start giving back to the community in a meaningful way. I need some help from you, some funding. If you want me to post the tech to you, because you could be in a different country, we'll have to post and package them. And I have a surprise coming for you in terms of getting the goods to you as well, and I will need funding. If not, let's just say you might be getting a new tech like almost every month, and I'm not talking about a tech which existed 5 years ago. We're talking about brand new tech which is coming out this year. I'm not going to give you any more hints, but I need you to help me increase my subscribers, my average view duration, exposing my channel to more people, to more tech people. If you want to collaborate with me, do that. I want to invite you over to do some tech work with me. What else can I say? Yeah, that's about it. So, Yudish. Okay, Villa, it's really fun speaking live with Tech Pro. I'm glad you consider me a Tech Pro. I don't consider myself a Tech Pro. Yes, I probably know a little bit more than the average person in terms of tech, but I wouldn't say I'm a professional, not just yet. Then again, it depends what you mean by a professional. But one thing about being a technician is we are problem solvers. So if there's a problem, we want to get to the bottom of it, and it's quite a good lesson, a philosophy or an approach when it comes to life. Life is full of problems, and you always try to have to find a solution. So if you're not a problem solver, you can never be a technician. All right. Especially considering you guys know I am self-taught in tech. I was a nurse before. I'm just always encouraging people, whatever you've done in your life, you can always relearn a new skill. And I have no qualification in tech, never done any study in tech, never paid for a course, never went to school for tech. I was a nurse. Everything I learned was from YouTube, and I was trying to get into gaming, PC gaming. And then the next best thing to learn was when I started tinkering with my own computer. And then I had a bad habit. I never said no when people brought me their stuff. I said, yeah, I'll take a look. I've just kept learning and learning and learning. And what I'm saying to you is, guys, you are so lucky to live in the world of Google. I mean, the internet. There is anything and everything you want to learn. There are some smart ways to learn, there's some not so smart ways to learn, and if I had to redo this all over again, I would now do it the smart way. I would consider paying for courses to learn specific skills, and I would say to you, if you want to learn and become a professional in something, try not to waste your time into too much research across a broad spectrum. Instead, pick one field or one specific subfield, consider paying for a course just for a few weeks, for a few months, learn that, then move to something else. That's what I would do. In fact, hopefully after I do all my giveaways, and if I'm moving from here, you're going to see I'm going to be specializing in certain aspects very professionally before moving to other stuff. Yeah, but thank you for thinking I'm a pro. At least I know. Feels good. Now I'm saying, well, I'm a professional amateur. Let's call it this way, yeah? Okay. Safwan Akhtar, do you have a website? No, I do not, and this is why I am not a professional. I do need to have a website, and I've been asking you guys. I had one crappy website. I do have a domain name, healmytech.com, but I need to know what to put on the website. I'm still thinking about it. I will launch a website this year, and we're going to start putting some tech content, especially. Do you know why I want to do a website? It's more for you people to contact me with your troubleshoot problems. So we'll have a gateway through there, and also for all of us as a community to help each other with troubleshooting and becoming better with tech generally. Villa Yuhaki, you see my videos. Thank you, Villa. That's correct word of Google. Yeah, man. And you know what? Surprisingly, although we do have access to information at our fingertips, some people still, they are so backwards in their thinking, and also, they believe everything they read online as well. I mean, come on, that's serious. That's another problem. Safwan, you want to help with my website, inshallah. Safwan, get in touch with me. I am terrible when it comes to website designing and stuff and what to put. But a website in and of itself means nothing. We need traffic to that website. So the website has to serve a function and has to draw traffic. Obviously, we can draw traffic through the YouTube channel and social media and promoting it, but we have to make sure there is something on the website that benefits people, whether it's selling good stuff, tech, material, DIY, tutorial, whatever it is. But yeah, I definitely need a website. Thank you very much. Please get in touch with me. Merch. True that. In terms of merch, I've been I'm trying to get a couple of people, especially one person at the moment. He's working on a new logo for me, because my logo, which I did, was done over 5 years ago by someone on Fiverr. My cousin helped me with this. Just want to launch something. It is not a good logo. The banner is terrible. It's low graphics. It's got jagged edges. It's not really good. So we are trying to make it more professional, and hopefully I will be launching some merch. And again, I'm repeating, you guys are gonna get some fantastic free giveaways, freebies, good tech stuff, not just crappy 16 repair laptops that need repair. Stay tuned, please. Let the word out. There's gonna be some stuff which probably other channels haven't done before. We'll do it in a different way. Okay, get the word out. You can make 3D models for my website. How about 4D models? We go one step further. I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Get in touch with me. Look, guys, thank you so much. If you want to get in touch with me to help with the project, I will help you back however I can. I will give you promotion. I will give you shout outs, plugins, whatever. If I have to pay you, we'll negotiate, whatever. Please get in touch with me. I do need some help. Thank you very much. And also, one last thing before I go. This place I've mentioned, there is a potential I might have to give it up because it's too big for me. I am going to get rid of a lot of my tech stuff as a giveaway, mostly not selling, but I will have some conditions. If some of you are looking to start a YouTube channel or somewhere to come and do tech trials, get in touch with me. If I find reasons to keep this place, if we can afford it, then I will keep this place as long as possible, because it's quite important for me to have somewhere which is commercially available. Otherwise I would have to go back home, and I cannot work from home. I'm very limited. I was in my bedroom and it's a bit of a problem. There's no space. I will have to reduce everything until I find somewhere else. So I don't want to give up this place. I really hope the channel does better and you guys can help out. Please consider giving me some super chats or donations. You know, if you do help me out, I will give back to the community. So please consider this, and I will hopefully post videos on the topic soon. Okay? Villa, I make it for free for you, but you give solution of my problems is my computer. Okay, no problem. Okay, Villa, listen. I don't want to burst my own bubble, but so far, every computer problem that I've had, especially if it's a desktop, I've managed to solve. Sometimes solving means you have to know this part is dead and we can just repair it. But I have never so far had a problem that could not be solved. There's always a price to pay for everything. So I would gladly work on it until I help you solve the problem. Shu, if you want to do something for me design-wise, 3D, barter system, no problem. Okay. So I shall take my leave. Do you guys have any last questions, any memes, any requests? And who hasn't watched my kebab video yet? It's literally 5 minutes walk from where I work. Yeah, it's close to me. So if you ever come down for the kebab in that shop, come on, you know it, yeah? Come on, guys. The kebab shop in the London bus. Let me find it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it is. In fact, they just called me in today. They quite like the video, and they probably want me to do some stuff with them. And I might be able to hook you guys up with some free kebabs. Maybe. I'm just saying, if you want to come over for some tech stuff, you also get the kebab. You know what I mean? That's the one. Here it is. Can you see that? That's the kebab video I did, I think it was last week. It's in a unique London double-decker red bus. Please go watch it. And I'm inviting you down to have some kebab with me. We'll make a video. We'll do tech work. We'll have kebab. We'll make a video. And we'll just get silly. What do you think? And we might do this as a giveaway of a tech stuff as well. Come on, guys. You don't get this chance often. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not PewDiePie or Mr. Beast. But I'm Ash. You know, we have to start somewhere. Yudish, I have got MacBook password. Crack the password first. I need to back up the data. When I open it, the memory is like M.2. Yudish, you have MacBook. You're on the wrong group, bro. We are anti-Apple. We are orange people. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're not orange people. We're just anti-Apple. Okay. Alright, so if you forgot your password, you know there is a way to unlock your password, but you have to go through Apple software. Recently we had a problem with one of the Apple phones for one of my relatives, and we used another relative's Apple to be able to unlock the password. There is a way. Okay? But you're talking about M.2. I mean, M.2, does that mean, is it in a slot or is it embedded on the motherboard? Which is one of the reasons why I don't really like to use Apple, because it's quite hard to get things off of them. By the way, again, for this, your man is Louis Rossmann. You know Louis Rossmann, he has a huge problem with Apple, justifiably, and he's done a lot of things to lobby against them, these kind of things. But he is in the States. He just moved to a new place. Find his channel, get in touch with him. He can help you with getting stuff off your Apple device. I mean, I don't work with Apple products a lot. Obviously, if I do get my hands on it, I will find a solution. But he would be your better person to check. He probably has done videos on it. But if you can't, again, get in touch with me. We'll try to help you, okay? Safwan, how do we get in touch? Safwan, if you go to my Abouts page on the YouTube channel, you will find my email address. A lot of my previous videos used to have my details. I've stopped doing that because I'm not very active on social media. I also have some social media contact on the same name, Heal My Tech, on Twitter, Instagram. However, I'm not very active. If you do contact me on Twitter, again, on my YouTube main page, you will find there's a Twitter icon. I can respond to you there. But email, if you want to do more important stuff, email is the best way. And I'm not going to give you my email here like this. You should be able to find it easily on my platforms, okay? Muhammad Mayez Rahman just wanted to know how the giveaways will work. Muhammad Mayez Rahman, patience is a virtue, my friend, which you seem to have not. So you're gonna have to check in again later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe I'm not gonna tell you anymore. Know what I'm saying? Ha! Cliffhanger. Okay. Yudish, it's not an M.2 when I see it. It's not an M.2 to find the external drive. It's difficult to find there. Yudish, you're talking in rhymes, man. I don't understand what you mean. It's not an M.2 when I see it's not a... What do you mean? Oh, it's not M.2. So is it just a storage which is embedded on the motherboard? What MacBook is it? Why are you using MacBook, man? It's not very user-friendly when it comes to... No, okay, let me rephrase this. Apple users say Mac are very user-friendly as an end user. They probably are right. I'm not going to dispute this. However, as a technician, as a repair technician, Macs are not user-friendly at all. In fact, again, Louis Rossmann will tell you he tried to use an Apple phone for a while. I tried to use an Apple phone for 1 year of my tech life. It was an Apple 5 something, iPhone 5. My court, I could not do my work. I stopped it. I cannot go back. As a technician, maybe as an end user, if you stay in the ecosystem, no Mac. Yudish, how can you send me the picture? Again, Yudish, you can send it by email or Instagram, Twitter, no problem. Yeah. You can find me, Heal My Tech. Type me in Google, on YouTube. You'll find my details, okay? Facebook page. I wouldn't advise you Facebook page. I've mentioned many times, I don't really respond on social media. I do not like to use Facebook. I have a Facebook account. I post things every now and then, but I'm not active. I don't respond. I hate Facebook with a passion. It's a personal thing, and it's also a professional thing, but it's way before I started doing YouTube stuff. But I have it just because I have to have it. But if you want to contact me, email is your much better option. Okay? First is YouTube, next is email, then third, possibly Twitter. I could try and respond to you, but YouTube and email are the two more important ones. But even better, you come down here. I don't know where you live, if you live in Bangladesh or not. Fly down, come to London, let's have a kebab. You get to meet me. Okay. All right, peeps. We'll take one last question. Can you suggest me a PC case for $100 or less? Gaming nerd, a PC case for $100 or less. To be honest with you, I quite like Fractal Design's range for that price. Corsair also, NZXT. It's really a personal choice, but it depends on what you're trying to use it for. See, I'm not much of an aesthetics person, and some of the recent cases, they've been designed more for aesthetics than practicality. So you have to tell me exactly what you want, and I'll try to help you to get a case for that. But the case doesn't affect the performance of your system as much as people think, correct? The more important components are the inside. So it should be a 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle. Don't spend too much time, energy on the case unless you're going for aesthetics or you're trying to have upgrade path. Most cases do good. If I were you and I had $100, I would pick between NZXT, Corsair, and Fractal Design, some of my favorites, and pick whichever fits your bill best. But pick the one that gives you the most upgrade pathway. And if you like silence, pick the most silent one. I don't have the exact name in mind right now, but you know, hopefully if you send me a message, we'll try and get it together and try to find one. Okay, so true that Safwan, some of the recent PC cases, they sucked in terms of airflow. The way they've designed it is really bad. You want you want good airflow, and don't believe the hype, the water cooling. But Linus Tech Tips have done some recent videos where they've shown that water cooling is not necessarily better, unless you're doing custom water cooling with aesthetics and all the fluo light liquids. That's a different story. But air cooling is probably better in terms of performance, and as long as you've got a case that allows you decent air cooling in one direction flow, positive air pressure, and that's good enough. Okay, so we'll end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do not forget, watch out my other videos which are going to be on the screen. Remember to subscribe, leave me a like, share my channel, share the videos to people, tell them there are some fantastic giveaways coming up, some really cool tech stuff, but it will only be for our subscribers. I will ask you to do certain things for me, hopefully. Please, if you ever find yourself able to contribute to the channel, we will put back into the channel to help everyone out. And I'm looking for collaborators. I'm looking for people to come and build computers with me, or do some tech repairs and some troubleshoot with me here. We can do it live, or we can do it as a recorded video. So get in touch. And of course, if you're coming, don't forget, we'll go for a kebab in the last stop kebab. Once again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ash from Hilmai Tech, and I usually want to help you improve your relationship with technology. So subscribe, click the bell icon, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.